What is going on today? We're going to break down the Orange County real estate market. We're going to talk about all the numbers that should matter to you, whether you're a buyer or a seller. We're going to talk about average sales price, number of days on market, average showing per listing, all the things that you should be paying attention to, whether you're buying, you're selling, whether you're thinking about getting in the market, whether you're actively searching, whether you're thinking about maybe buying or selling next year. This is something that you should really research and know, so you have came to the right place. If you don't know me, my name is Rick Lee. I'm a local Orange County and Long Beach realtor. I serve both markets. I grew up in Orange County. I know Orange County very well, sell a lot of properties there. So I'm very passionate about these numbers and I'm excited that you're here. So let's dive into it. So first off, I really want to focus on the new listings, active listings number, because I get a lot of, hey, the market's going to crash. It's going to crash next year. When's the market going to crash? I'm waiting to buy when the market's going to crash. Bad news. It's not going to happen for a while, at least for the near future. I'm telling you, back in 2007, 2008, we had a lot more inventory. And just look at this stat right here. The number of new listings, 1,826. That's pretty low, right? That's pretty low compared to March. We had 3,930. If this was at 5,000 or 6,000 or maybe 7,000, I would say the crash is coming, but it's not. People are not putting their home on the market for multiple reasons, right? Number one, they have equity in their home and they want to stay there. They don't want to move up. They don't want to move down. Number two, they're scared because interest rates are up. And so they knew what they could get 6 months ago or 12 months ago, and they're smart and they're realizing, well, I might not be able to get that price, but it all depends who you work with, right? If you're working with a realtor that's just putting a sign in the yard and putting, iPhone photos on the MLS, yeah, you're not going to get top dollar for your property. But if you work with the right person that does online marketing, video, print marketing, and really puts your property out there, then yes, you can get, a good price for your home. But again, these numbers are telling me no crash. So please mark that down and understand that. Active listings, in July when the market was still pretty hot, I was super busy. I think I had 4 or 5 escrows going out one time in July, 5,184. Active listings were dropping down in Orange County at 4,388. Again, these are numbers that you should be paying attention to. Pending sales down a lot. Last March, we're at 3,538. That's March 2021. We are down to just under 1,000 at 999. So to me, if you're a buyer, this is a good thing for a couple reasons. There are not many offers being made on properties. So, if you like something, make an offer on it, because there's probably not 20 offers like there was before. So you have more of a chance. The other thing that I'm seeing that I think is great and super important, where before when the market was hot, it was, you had to have 20% or you had to pay cash or put 50% down. Now I'm seeing FHA, VA, 5%, 10%, making it possible for a lot of other people to get into the housing market, right? Because what's the best, most efficient way to build wealth? And that's real estate. So it makes me happy to see that people have that opportunity. Closed sales, again, down, right? Down. June of 2021, we're at 3,547. We're down to 1,726. Total closed sides, that's just kind of similar to closed sales. It's, some agents rep the buyer and the seller, but this is just showing the different sides. The closed volume, right? This is down a lot. Right? We were, back in June, it was pretty high. So, again, prices are coming down, inventory is down, sales are down, and that's resulting in less volume. Days on market. Okay, this is important for buyers and sellers, and we'll dive into the buyer side first. First, when it comes to buying now, where before a year ago, you saw a property, you kind of liked it, you wrote the offer, you got it in, right? And I think there's been a couple studies done where people who bought during the pandemic are not happy. They're not happy, and that's not good. I don't like to see that as an agent. Sellers, I don't think like to see that as well. You know, the clients that I work with, they've spent a lot of time in their property. They're excited to pass it on and have someone buy it and make memories there. So, you know, no one ever wants to see someone not excited to where they live. So days on market is longer, and that's good for buyers because now you have opportunity to shop around, right? You might see a property one weekend and say to your agent, hey, I want to go and check out some more next weekend. Then you look at those other ones and then you say, hey, the property last weekend I like, let's write on it. And that happened to my listing. They saw it. They wanted to check out some other properties. They realized they really liked it. A week later, they wrote the offer, right? So this is good for sellers, right? Your home is not going to sell the first weekend like it did a year ago, right? Because the market is shifting. It's starting to normalize. And now it's more important than ever to work with an agent that really knows his stuff, his or her stuff, right? They know how to market digitally with video, photos, online marketing with Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. You know, getting eyeballs on the property is the most important thing. The more eyeballs you have, the better chance you're going to have selling the property faster for a higher price, right? And finding the right buyer. That's really important too, because there's a lot of wish-washy buyers that write offers and then decide, you know what, never mind, I don't want this. You want to find the right buyer. So work with an agent that does all of those things, right? Because putting a sign in the yard, putting iPhone photos on the MLS is not going to sell your property for top dollar. So this number, I'm glad this popped up. I really wanted to share that information with you guys. I think it's very important. Median day on market is 24. The month supply, it's kind of hovered around 2 here, right? 2.1 in October. Again, properties are sitting a little bit longer, which I think is good, right? This is the important number that I think all of you care about, whether you're a buyer or seller, and that's the price per square foot, and that has dropped. That has dropped in August, you know, coming from May when we're at 631, and it just continues to drop. Do I think there's going to be more of a price correction? Yes, but only in certain price points, right? Like if you're an investor, like I think now is probably the best time to buy as an investor because sellers are giving concessions, you know, the rates are high, right? So not a lot of people are actively looking because they're scared. And it's like your decision. Do you want a higher price on the house or do you want a higher rate? You can't change the price of the property, but you can change your interest rate and refi later down the line. So I do think there's going to be more of a price correction in certain price points. And if you want to discuss that offline, shoot me a message and we can get into, you know, what area, what city, what price point that you really you're focused on, because I'd love to help you understand, like either yes, things are going to change, I would wait, because I'm not the guy that says buy now, buy now, buy now. Any realtor that tells you that now or has told you that, run far away, because you have to, you know, it is important to time things out, but like don't wait forever, right? But like, you know, there's stats that can show like, yeah, there's going to be more of a correction here, or the prices are going to continue to rise. You want to wait, you're going to pay more. So moving on to the percentage of last list price, right? And what that's telling me here is that there's price reductions, price corrections, price improvements. However, your realtor or a realtor wants to word it or market it, they're dropping the price. And I think a couple reasons. Number one, it could be the seller having these expectations of, hey, my neighbor Dave down the street sold his property, 6 months ago for 1.2 or 700 or 500,000, whatever your price point is. But the realtor needs to do comps over the last couple months because the market has shifted since then, right? So it's either the seller having this expectation, hey, I want to sell it for this, but it's really, should be, sold at this, or the agent's not doing their job by educating the seller to say, hey, yes, those numbers are high then, but over the last couple months, prices have come down. So that's why I'm seeing, I think, price corrections. The number of median percentage of original price, again, down. That's kind of the same thing. And this stat, I think, is the most important for a lot of you is, yes, the median sales price is coming down. It's coming down, right? Do I think it's going to continue to drop? In some areas, in some cities, yes. We're not, diving into each city here. We're talking Orange County as a whole. And again, if you want to dissect, say you want to live in Irvine or San Juan Capistrano or Huntington Beach or, Rossmore, Los Al, wherever, Seal Beach, we can break down those numbers and see like, okay, do I think prices are going to go down? Some areas they might. Some prices might continue to go. Like Seal Beach, there's minimal homes available. I still think those prices are going to stay high just because of inventory, right? But other areas, you have that. So if you want to talk more, I'm happy to talk offline. Shows to contract. This number is skewed a little bit just because there's private showings, there's open houses. This is all just through showing time when people reserve different things, but still a good number to kind of like just see. There's median is three showings per contract, which is good. Same thing here, shows per listing. It's really hard to quantify that or calculate that, but same thing around 3. So yeah. The other thing that I really want to focus on too, is the 2-1 buy down that I'm doing for my buyers right now. It's making it affordable, right? When the rates were low, is free money at 2%, right? 2.5%. Generally free money, people say, but with the rates being so high, the 2-1 buy down is super important because it makes it affordable. Most of my buyers, yes, what the house cost is important, but the most important thing they ask is, what is my monthly going to be? How much am I going to be coughing up? Because I don't want to be house broke. And with the 2-1 buy down, that allows you to bring your rate down. And let's just say your rate is 7%, right? We asked the seller in the offer to pay for the 2-1 buy down. And at 7%, the first year it comes down to 5%, right? So the first year your rate's at 5%. That money goes into an escrow account, and that escrow account pays the difference to keep your rate low. Then at the second year, if your rate was originally at 7, first year is at 5, then it goes back to 6, and then the third year it's back at 7. But it's in hopes that the rates go down and you could refi, so you get the cost of your home is down, right? And you bring your rate down a little bit with the 2-1 buy down. And what this is doing is it's making it affordable for my buyers. The other thing that I wanted to really focus on is if your agent or the person you're working with doesn't know about this, that's a red flag, because I've had to call and explain this to agents when this is very common for people that are doing a lot of transactions. So some agents, I totally know what a 2-1 buy down is. And then I'm calling other agents and they're like, wait, what? Can you explain that to me? Can you put that in an email? But the way I'm getting deals done is the 2-1 buy down. And it's something that you should look into if you're a buyer. And if you're a seller, you should also think about that as well. If you want to get rid of your house and you don't want to sit on the market, like put that in the MLS, like have your agent say, hey, 2-1 buy down, we'll consider that, because it's making it affordable, and that's what it comes down to. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me today. I'm very passionate about this stuff. I love real estate. I love looking at the numbers. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to me anytime. I'd be happy to chat. My name is Rick Lee with Real Broker, and I will see you on the next one.